I've got an interesting thing that's kind of fallen into my lap. I teach the police band here in San Diego, and from time to time, a good meaning individual will donate a set of bagpipes to the band. And typically, it is a set of Pakistani pipes. Someone's bought them as a joke or thought they'd learn to play the pipes, and then think that it'd be good to give to the band, not knowing that they're typically not very good pipes. And when this happens, we usually have a good laugh about them and they go in the trash. Well, someone donated a set of Pakistani pipes to the band about a month ago, and the leader of the band, Dave Daly, set it up the best that he could and really did a very good job. They're actually the best sounding set of Pakistani pipes that I've ever heard. And he gave them to me and wanted to see if I could make them better because they didn't strike in very easily. So I thought, you know what, why take this instrument just because it's made in Pakistan and automatically think that it's junk and throw it away when maybe a little bit of work on it could provide someone with a free or very inexpensive instrument to play on and help the band. So that's the challenge that was given to me and that I've decided to try to accommodate, if you will. And so I will show you guys the process of what I'm going to do. Real quick outline. They have varnish on them or lacquer on them. I want to take that off. The wood is quite a light color, so I want to darken that. The bores are small, especially the stock bores. So I want to open those up and bring them up to the bores that I use on my pipes, which is possible because all of the bores are smaller than the bores I use on my pipes. I am going to probably impregnate them because the wood is very light as far as the weight goes, so it feels kind of cheap as well. I'll show you some pictures of the pipe as it stands right now, and the craftsmanship as far as the beating and combing is really very good. Spacing is uniform. All the pieces look the same. The craftsmanship underneath the projecting mounts, the tuning pin slides, and the ferrules is really not very good. The stuff that you can't see is quite poor, but everything else, in my opinion, is very good. The combs have a wide spacing on them. They are 20 threads per inch rather than say 24 or 26 threads. So it does look a little bit cheap, but not really. I mean, you have to get up right up close to it. So as of right now, I mean, I think that just resolving the striking issue, which is probably the stock size, would make this pipe playable, but I want to make it sound better. So that's the goal over the next few weeks. So tune in and see how it turns out. So I wanted to play them for you. I put some reeds in here, and really the tenor sound is very nice. The bass is nice but quiet. They are very, very hard to strike in. And I've done some measurements on it, and I think it's mostly the diameter of the stock, the bore on the stocks. So I'll be changing that, taking the lacquer off of these. I'm going to see if I can't reduce the size of this area to make it look more like a Scottish pipe. I'm not going to change the mounts or any of the ferrules or tuning pin slides, but just try and make them look a little bit better. These could possibly be used by a kid or a brand new player who you might think isn't going to take great care of a nice set of pipes. So let's see if we can't make this sound like a proper instrument. So like I said, very hard to strike in. I'll see if I can't just get them going somehow here. show you the bass is really pretty quiet compared to the tenors. So even just bringing in one tenor, you can tell it's way louder than the bass. But all in all, really not a bad instrument. When people joke a lot about how bad they sound, I mean, even the beating and combing looks good on this pipe. So let's see whether we can make it sound even better. All right, so I started off by taking off all the hemp on these pipes, and I'm gonna try a couple things to make them sound better. Changing the bores a little bit. I'm gonna get rid of this lacquer that's on here. I'm gonna do an ammonia bath to darken up the wood. Hopefully I can get it a little bit darker. This piece looks kind of like really red crocus wood, but these look really pretty cheap. There's some other things that are obviously not Scottish made. If you look at these hemp tenons, the combing on it, let me see if I can't get it to focus. The combing on it is not very good, and the spacing is quite wide. They've also left a lot of area here at the end. That's a little bit bigger than normal, same with that. So I'll probably give us a little bit more hemp tenon on that for more hemp on it. The combing on this instrument, the spacing is quite wide on it, but I think that's because this isn't the best quality wood, even though it did have a pretty good sound out of it. So the tighter those combs are, the easier it is for tear out. But as you can see, the beating on this is quite nice. And the combing really isn't bad. It's just a little bit bigger spacing. I think the projecting mounts look pretty good too. Nice shape on them as well. Now, the one thing that really makes them look bad is this area. I don't think you could see in the last video how wide this is and that this doesn't cut in very far, which is odd because whoever made this obviously has the skills to do it, because this one here in the bass mid section is cut in and looks quite nice as well. So the next step is for me to get all of the metal and the projecting mounts off so I can do the ammonia bath and then do my next step from there.